In this video, we're going to take you through start to finish setting up an event. The first thing we need to do is we need to set up a new venue. Then we're going to set up a brand. We're going to add our event, and we're going to publish it all the way through. So this is end to end. We're going to skip all the bits of detail or options and things like that, and we're just going to punch it straight through. So the very first thing we're loaded in under our agency here, my agency. The first thing we need to do is we need to create a new venue. And this particular venue is going to be the Joan Sutherland Theatre, which is theatre in Sydney in the Opera House. And we're going to change that to theatre. So just, I know this is going to be pretty quick, but if you can just follow along, just copying and pasting information that I've already found. And that's easy to do that. Just grab the information you've first before you start pushing it in. And that includes your images as well. You really want to make sure you've got all your images ready, and also in the FAQ on the site, the frequently asked questions, there is a list of all the formats that you would use. So here we are. We're not going to worry about operation. We're just going to select a image here. This one here will do, and we are now done. Okay, we want to review that, go back, and we can see it's applied the picture. We've got all the information. We're done. Simple as that. So we need a brand, and our brand for this particular show is going to be Opera Australia. Okay, so with the brands, obviously, if you've already set one up, then you don't have to go and set it up again once it's done, if you're working with that brand, particularly if it's yourself. But in this case, we are setting up a new brand, which is Opera Australia. And we're just putting some basic information here. We're not going to change the URL, but obviously we can if we want to. We've got their Facebook page, we've got their URL, and it's all good. And we're just going to browse for a logo, which is this logo here, and punch it in, and we are done. So we can have a look at that and make sure that it's all good. So now we're going to enter an event, and this event is the Phantom of the Opera. Which has had a very successful outdoor run in Sydney, and now moving indoor. Now what I'm going to do is, it's got the Phantom of the Opera here, but obviously this show is also known as Phantom, so we're going to put Phantom in there. We're just going to leave it TBA just for the moment. It's a show. It is a theatre event. 1986, I believe, was the first run of Phantom. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was. So now we've got the byline to go into the top, and a bit of a description to give more information. And this is actually from August. So we're going to put from August in the production credits. The reason I put it in there is just so that it shows up on the card, on the actual front page, because what you put in production credits goes in there. I could put Tony Award-winning costume design. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it there. I'm just going to leave it there like that. Now we shall go to promotion, right? And we will say that this is this is going to be from I believe it is the 19th to the 16th. It's almost a 2-month run. So we'll just go through to October, I think the 16th it finishes its run, and we're going to pick, for promotional purposes, the Joan Sutherland Theatre that we just put in. Nothing else we need to change here. It's all good. We're going to push people through to the event info site, which again would be your site. We're booking tickets. So now we're not setting up any tickets for this. We're simply just pushing it in as a promotional listing in the system that we will ultimately add tickets to. So we just want to get some traction. We want to get it out there now. The Wikipedia entry for Phantom of the Opera, it is 1986. And we're putting in there, remember, to reinforce our social media presence. There's also a promotional video for this. I've taken the code off YouTube, which, remember, is just after the V equals on the URL line. And I'll put the code in. And we're just going to grab an image for Phantom. So we're going to grab this image here for Phantom. And we're going to save the event. And we are, we'll just have a quick preview of that. Looks good. So there's our banner. There's our information. It says event listing preview at the top, so we know that we're just previewing. It's not live yet. And that's exactly what we want. Button with book tickets, all done. So we'll go back to here, and now we're confident that we can just go confirmed, right, like that. And when we go back to our main page, we see Phantom of the Opera. All done. Let's have a look at it. And that looks exactly the same way we previewed it. We've got our Facebook links. We've got our book ticket links. We can see our full details here. This edit event option here, this is new. This only turns up if it's my event. It's just a quick way of just going back to actually just editing it. And that's only just recently been added into the system. So let's just go back. And also Opera Australia is turning up as a brand on our brand page, which obviously would take us to the show as well. So we'll have a look. We've got our video here. We've got our Opera Australia branding, which again takes us to Opera Australia, and we can book tickets. And now the system is live and pushing out all that beautifully rich metadata to search engines. So when people search for Phantom of the Opera, they get sent here. And that is it. It's very, very simple. So once you've got your copy together, your images in the right format, you are absolutely good to go, and you can get up and running in literally a couple of minutes. Now that took me 6 minutes. I guarantee I probably could have done it in 2 if I weren't actually talking so much. So there you go. That's a quick guide on just how to get your event up and in without concerning yourself with any with actually adding tickets, because obviously in order to do tickets for this one, we would have to actually have the Joan Sutherland Theatre configured as a venue, even though we set it up as a venue, but we'd have to set up our seating plans for that. And it's a monster venue, 1,500. So that's going to take a little while to actually get it set up and looking right in the system before you can then go book it, and then adding the tickets, and then adding the tickets to the exhibitions. We haven't added the exhibitions in this at all. Okay, we've just given it a promotional date range. So this is how you would, when you first go to promote a show, this is how you would do it. A couple of minutes and you're done. Thanks for watching.